All right, welcome back to doing long division with a different strategy. This is the box strategy. Now, the box strategy is going to look really similar to the standard algorithm. Which if you saw my standard algorithm video, you'll notice I spelled algorithm wrong the entire time. Good job, Miss Tara. That's all right. I'll get better. I was thinking about music, apparently. Spelled rhythm the wrong way. All right, so I'm going to create a box. And because there are 3 digits in what I'm dividing by, my box is going to have 3 separate sections. I'm going to write what I'm dividing by over here, and I'm going to write the entire thing that I am dividing in the box. Okay? Now, when I'm doing this, I know I'm probably going to have to not be able to use my multiplication chart how I normally would. I'm going to have to do some thinking and some estimating. Well, I know 8 times 10 is 80, and that doesn't get me anywhere near 677. And I know that 8 times 100 is 800. 800 is bigger than 677. So now I'm thinking, all right, so it's somewhere between 10 and 100. Well, that's still a really, really big gap. So I might have to do some checking, some erasing, some trying again with this method, and that's just how this one works. So what I'm thinking is that 677 is kind of close to 700, but remember that in division I don't want to go over. So I'm actually going to pull back a little bit and think, okay, 677 is close to 650. All right. So I know that I'm going to need to look at it as 650. But we're going to cross this out and pretend this is 650 for a minute. I'm looking at 650. Remember I have that 0 there. But I'm going to think about how many times does 8 go into 65? Then I can add that 0 afterward. Well, I know that it goes in there 8 times because that gets me 64, which is really close to 65. But not actually using 65 or 655. I'm still using 677. So I'm still going to use my 8, but remember that because I'm working with hundreds, it's not 8, it's 80. Then I go 80 times 8, or 8 times 8, which is 64, and then I add that 0, if that makes it easier on your brain. And then, like in other things, I find the difference. So 7 minus 0 is 7, 7 minus 4 is 3, 6 minus 6 is 0. So I take this 37 and I go and I place it over here. All right, now I'm sitting here thinking, how many times can 8 go into 37? Which is a lot easier because I'm no longer dealing with really big hundreds numbers. So I stop and I go, well, I can get really close. Ooh, I see 40, but 40 is too big. So go back down. And I see 32. Awesome. So 8 can go into 37 without going over 4 whole times. So 8 times 4 is 32. And like in previous ones, I find the difference. The difference is 5. And then I carry this 5 over. Oh, wait. We have a problem. 8 can't go into 5. So now I have a remainder of 5. And that will come into play in a minute. So now I have 80. And like in the area model of multiplication, I add plus my 4 plus my remainder of 5. Well, 80 plus 4 is 84, plus a remainder of 5 is remainder 5. So my answer would be 84 remainder 5. And that is how you would use the box strategy when your first digit that you are dividing into is smaller than the number you're dividing by.